I've often thought that Alton, being a really old town, needed a coat of paint, and then it just occurred to me, why not pictures made with paint? We're hoping that this will grow and really make something that people will want to come from quite a distance to see, and mainly reflective of Alton's history. This has to be something that the community has to latch onto. I think it's not something ordinarily that a single club like Rotary would do. I mean, we're doing the first painting, but to do 10, 15 more over a period of 10, 15 years would require dedicated community effort.
When I initially presented this idea to Rotary Club, I let them know that public art in Illinois was invented by Riverbend people 400 years ago. And I used the example of the pine-saw bird. So when I presented it to Rotary Club, they really liked the theme of this piece, particularly with the barrelman here in the foreground. This is indicative of the working class values in the history of the town. This has the painterly quality that we were looking for, and we think it really celebrates the people of Riverbend area.
We got to a point where we realized then that we really needed to do what they had also done in Chillicothe, and that was try to get the involvement of Alton Godfrey Rotary, because the multiplicity of talents and capabilities that the club has. And it's been a real club project, as well as the expertise and talents of our two artists.
The mural was conceived and originally painted as a watercolor by Mike Eckert. Mike and I, we have a relationship that's very standard in the creative process, which is a creative director and an artist. The whole project from conception to now is 4 years old. I was contacted about a year ago. There were a lot of preliminary meetings, but in terms of what you see on the wall, there's about 6 weeks work in right there. Okay, some people are curious as to how this is done. I make an individual painting for every one of these squares, and it's in a book that I have. It's a 3-ring binder. So I both have the global view of it, and then I have my binder, and I just look at that page when I'm right in front of that square. These squares are architecturally designed right into the building. I could use the grid that they already had in the stucco. Still far from being done. We're kind of at the point where the rough-in is there and starting all the finished work.
We are paying for this project by donations, and the major donors will be listed on a sculptural tribute which will be placed on Henry Street and will be a sculptural representation of a pilot's wheel in one of those old boats, which, interestingly, most of which is below the deck. And this will be like a sunrise, sunset sort of image of a part of a circle, and it will have the names of the major donors, and those who contribute at the $5,000 level will have their company logo also displayed, and it will also display Rotary's logo.